And we are live. Welcome to Life with Brock. Happy Sunday. I hope your afternoon is going well. I hope I made this public. Got some customs to discuss, and then I have some presents, some early Christmas presents to open. So I'm going to wait until a few of you hop in here. For those that are not watching live, just know that occasionally I'll go live on weekends, typically working on customs. Other times I just get on here and start. I appreciate that thumbs up, whoever that was. Get on here and just start talking about figures, which is what I like to do. In the times past, I've done something called the Collector Spotlight. I may bring that back at the end of December. One or two guests. What's up, Infinity? I'm sure people have a busy Sunday. There's like a family day. My family's at church still. Most of my family anyway. And I'm hoping that a few of you hop in here so we can discuss my next custom. You voted. 200 of you anyway voted. And Nightwing did win. Did edge out all these other guys that, you know, they're customs in progress. So I'm going to wait until 10, hop in. Let me bring up the live feed on my iPad so I can see what you guys are saying. See if you guys are making comments already. Here we go. How's the feed? Is it clear? Because it looks kind of blurry on my side. Oh, there we go. What's up, Alfonso? Looks like there's 4 of you. It's been a while since I've gone live, so I may have lost a few people. And then after we're done talking about the customs, we're going to talk about some really cool figures that I was able to obtain. Infinity, the winner was Nightwing with 26% of the people the 200 people that voted for Nightwing. Clear winner. He was the absolute clear winner. And as soon as 4 more of you hop in, then we'll do it. What are you gonna do, Infinity? Venom animation? A spoon dude? I don't know who that is. The spoon dude. So I think we should just get going. I think it's going to be a light Sunday for people. Let me see if I can get this guy focused. So I started working on this guy, gosh, months ago. And I selected, I'm trying to remember, this is the Bullseye body, but it was the Spider-Man 2099. So I had an extra Spider-Man 2099, the newer Spider-Man 2099. And I ended up just using his body mold. I liked his body mold, obviously, because it's got these butterfly joints. And then essentially, I've kept... There's been really no kit bashing on this figure other than, well, that's not even kit bashing, but just a little bit just prep. I've done joint prep, and to be honest, I can't remember if I did that much joint prep in those joints. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now, and it doesn't look like I did. So this was actually, I started a long time ago, quite a while ago. And what I did, I've done some sculpting to make it look like a bodysuit. Were all the people? Didn't I also have Daredevil? I could have sworn I had Daredevil as a choice. Who was it? Maybe it wasn't Bizarro. I don't know if I gave Bizarro as an option. Can anybody verify that? Because now I'm thinking Now I'm thinking that I should have brought Daredevil out here. Matter of fact, I think Daredevil was one of the options. Let me see. He was? Yeah. My daughter's informing me that he was one of the options. So let me see who I accidentally put on here, and let me go bring him out. And I've already taken pictures and stuff for the thumbnail for this guy. Let me see. There we go. It was, yeah. Give me a second, guys. Let me go get Daredevil. I guess I never made Bizarro an option. Let me take him out. Be right back. BRB. Get him out of his plastic box. There's Daredevil. So Nightwing was the resounding winner. He took the cake by like 6%. I think the next closest one may have been it may have been Daredevil. At one point, these guys were pretty much even. Let me try to get him in a standing pose, so I can stick him back there. I'm gonna have to reshoot all this stuff. Darn it. That's sad. Sad for me. Trying to get him to stand. There you go. So let me move Cap to the side so he's gonna be a little bit bigger. So we can talk about some of these customs guys. So I better start over, man. What's up, Solo Hunter? Alonzo, which head are you talking about? You talking about the Nightwing head? Because there's 5 heads up here. What's up, Carlos? None of the Ace Outlaw Customs is asking if I use any of these as a doorstop. No, I do not. None of these have been used as a doorstop. They're not large enough. That is reserved for Marvel Select Juggernaut. And by the way, I have finished my Juggernauts, and I'll be putting out a video. I'm not sure if I'll be able to put it out today, but sometime this upcoming week. They're practically done. I'm just adding a little bit of more touch-ups on the custom. The Marvel Select one is just a repaint. Nikki, I paid $54 for my airbrush. The reason was that Badger was having, I guess their founder was having a birthday last year. It was his 54th birthday, so they decided to sell all their airbrushes or select airbrushes for 54 bucks. The one that I purchased, the Badger Chrome, typically goes for like 120 bucks, then shipping and whatever. And it was just for the airbrush itself. It is a very nice airbrush compared to the one I bought on Amazon a while back. That was pretty much just a off-brand stuff, which got the job done, but this one's definitely much nicer. Yeah, Bizarro was, I talked about Bizarro, but I don't think I ever put him up for the voting. So these were the 5 customs that were up for the vote. I think in last place, I can't get the community tab on my iPad for some reason. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can bypass it, and I'll tell you exactly how the vote ended. I just have to request a desktop on my iPad. Here we go. Oh, I gotta click this here, my channel. Now, I don't know if you guys, I hope all of you had an opportunity to vote. If you didn't, you have to go to the community tab. If you're on an iPad, the iPad app does not have, the YouTube app does not have this ability. So you actually have to go through, you know, whatever internet web you use, and then you have to go to YouTube, and then you have to request the desktop site. So here, let me show you. This is how the vote ended. Nobody wanted that Captain America. I'm surprised. Well, not I shouldn't say no one, but 16%. So Captain America came in dead last. Doc Ock came in second to last. And then Daredevil and Red Hood tied. But a 6% gap between the first and the second place is a pretty large gap. So you guys definitely wanted to see Nightwing. And I'd like to talk to you because I'd like to hear some of your suggestions. Let me get back to the comment section and continue it before we get going and talking about that. So Infinity says Spoon does as a YouTuber, and he made a scorpion, and I'm going to, oh, you're going to try, oh, cool. I haven't, I don't think I've actually seen that YouTuber. I'll have to go check him out if he's a customizer. What's up, the Bird of Bloodhaven? The coolest name on here, including mine. About to go Ape-Schmidt. I take it back. You have the coolest name. What's up? Roundhead Collector. It's Life with a Brock. So some of you voted for Red Hood. I'll eventually get down to that. Kick Toy, what's up? All right, so in last place was this Captain America, which was, I'm kind of surprised. Maybe you've seen enough Captain Americas, but I'm really excited to finish this guy. He was one of the ones that I wanted to do. Really love that head sculpt. It's a Bowen statue that had been shrunken down. That's my understanding of it anyway. And then this is my first attempt at chainmail. I sculpted the star over the painted stars. And then if you want to see how I got this chainmail look, go check out. You're gonna have to look up some of those videos. But I had done some sculpting. The joints are prepped. He's got a magnetic shield, so I think that's pretty cool. But he came in dead last. So maybe next time Cap will do better. And then obviously Doc Ock. Now what's cool, what I was hoping to do with Doc Ock, if you guys had selected him next, is that I am actually getting a smock, a doctor's coat from Harker Customs. It's coming. It should be in the mail anytime soon. It looks pretty darn sweet. And what I was going to do, I was going to do the mod that everybody's been doing. That I mean, I've had these lights for months now. I'm going to put in the arms, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a repaint, highlight. I may keep the base colors the same, and I'll just use stuff to highlight them. Definitely repaint the face. And then add that smock in the arms, and then voila, we gotta make this awesome figure one of my top 10 Marvel Legends of the year for sure. Make him even better. So he was second to last, and then these two dudes, I have accessories for both of them. Notice that I did some sculpting. First time I ever did the letters. It was actually somewhat difficult for me. It didn't look the cleanest, but they will get the job done once they get painted. And so I added toe articulation on this guy. I'm adding toe articulation on all these guys that are, agile characters. This head sculpt is an original head sculpt from Super Tom Customs, and he's actually taking pre-orders. Last time I heard, I saw his website. So if you're interested in this head, which looks like it's going to be the Electro, yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is the Electro head, the unmasked head, and then he sculpted. I mean, he did such a great job on the lines. Not sure, is this thing not focusing up? Come on, girl. There we go. That's much easier. It's a really nice head sculpt. And you guys, if you don't know who Super Tom Customs is, go check him out at supertomcustoms.com. He prefers using a website rather than YouTube. He has a couple videos on YouTube, but go check out his Daredevil custom. I hope that mine gets 50% as nice as his was. I mean, his is just beautiful. Everything about his is beautiful. And then Red Hood, I have a jacket that I ended up getting, I think, from GP Slot. This, another good customizer, Toy Box Customs on Instagram. Un cubano, un amigo mío. This is a head that he created, probably out of, can you guys figure out which head that is? I know there's a lot of comments. I'll get to the comments in a second. But I've done some kit bashing. I changed out his arms because I didn't want that thick. This is the Star-Lord base. I didn't want the sculpted arms. I can use that for maybe another project. So I ended up adding some. This was probably from a Bucky cap. A.S. Reyes had sent me, he wanted me to get a taper fade. That's another story. But I got a taper fade, and he said he'd send me a figure if I would. So he sent me this. It was a bullseye, but it was a kind of a beat up bullseye, but it was actually a Bucky cap that had been turned into a bullseye. But anyway, I used his arms here. I can't remember whose hands that are, but those are pistol grips. I have a jacket and then a bike accessory that I just recently picked up. And then finally we'll get to this guy, and let me catch up on the comments. Let me see, Gokson. So a lot of you voted for that Red Hood. You know, maybe next time. I'm going to be coming up on I'm going to take a 2-week vacation here pretty soon. In 2 weeks, I'll be on vacation. Can't wait. And then I'll be working on some customs then. Oh my, come on, don't show the table. See, that's my kitchen table back there, players. AKA my workbench. Soul Hunter says he loves that cap. Yeah, the chainmail, I like how that looks too. But I'm definitely going to paint that one up metallic, a metallic blue. And then I have another cap, the buffed out cap. I may have to throw the buffed out cap if I put him back in the, and by him I mean that dude right there, which is at the edge of the table. Let me bring him back in. Nice background. There you go. All right, all right. Okay, Roundhead Collector says, Casting Cave got a Nightcrawler cast and Snake Eyes cast in the works, and Maverick still finger blasting his custom. Holidays are holding you back. So Casting Cave, Corey's been kind of MIA. I haven't seen his page change, so if he's got new stuff on there, I want to go check it out. Hey, what's up, James? I just saw you were in here. Infinity, you should just give it a try, man. Start with something simple. If those of you that are just starting out into the custom game, take one figure that maybe you have a doubles of and see if you can paint them up. But before you paint them up, you know, take them apart. I have videos. If you don't know how to do it, all the videos typically that I have, other than the actual custom itself, I have a lot of how-to videos. I think I'm going to go back and create a new playlist that separates them, because I have close to 70 custom videos. A lot of them are intended for beginners. Take the figure apart, you know, obviously wash it. I talk about all those things in those videos. Wash the figure, get the factory residue off of it. That way the paint will adhere to it. Break the figure apart. Do Zenithal priming, which is essentially what this guy is. Zenithal priming is kind of like a light and dark contrast where you can see where all the shadows and highlights will be on the figure. And it helps when you start laying your paint on nice and thin, it'll create the shadows for you and give you an idea where you need to work. Let me see. Where am I at in the comments? Thanks for hanging out. There's 23 of you up in here on a Sunday. I didn't expect that many of you, to be honest. It wasn't my usual time that I go live, but it's cool. Laser Pants, I do not do commissions. However, Ace Outlaw Customs, who is in the chat, does take commissions. Hit him up on Instagram, Ace Outlaw Customs. I work really slow, and the time that I have to work on customs, you know, I feel like I have to be, you know, selfish about it. I like everything that I do because I put in hard work and dedication, and I like it to go on my shelf. Maybe sometime. Actually, I have been planning to make 2 of this one figure. I haven't revealed it yet to see if anybody's interested. That I will make 2 because I can make 2 at the same time as I'm making 1 for this particular figure. I believe his name is Cyber. He's a Wolverine villain. And I think I may be selling that one off, one of the 2 that I make, but I haven't fully decided on that yet. But as far as commissions go, I really don't. Oh yeah, me too, James. Very excited to see the finished projects. A Fing Fang Foom? No, I don't even know the character, to be honest. He's come up a couple times when I've read some comic books, but I'm not really interested in that character. Plus, there's a Build-A-Figure that you can get. There's even a KO of the Build-A-Figure you can get. And I can't imagine that I can do anything better than that. What's up, Master Bat? Laser Pants says, I got a painted Infinity War cap headed from Casting Cave 2 weeks back. It was $40, but totally worth it. He repainted an Infinity War cap. What's up, Gabriel? Yeah, Kicktoy, good point. I did paint a bike, and I do explain why I don't do the customs. It just not it really doesn't translate well. Like first, you know, I put in, it takes me such a long time that it'd be better to go and work overtime and make money that way. Plus, you know, my customs are not at a paid level, in my opinion. All right, let's get on. Let's talk about this Nightwing because I do need your help design-wise. Design-wise. So there really isn't a Nightwing with this emblem. It's typically the ones that they've put out. Let me see if I can bring up some of these Nightwings that they've put out. Mattel and the other companies that do DC figures. Let me bring these up. Nightwing. What do you call it? DC figure? And even the... All right, let's take a look at some of these. Some of these designs. All right, so as you notice, the difference, I mean, it's a huge difference. My emblem doesn't extend into the shoulders here like this one does. This is a really nice looking Nightwing. It's just not very posable and bigger than I prefer, but I really like it. Really nice head sculpt. I really like the color contrast. Here's another one. Again, emblem on the chest and then something on the shoulders. I am going to go with a blue. I guess I should have put that up for a boat, but I think I want the blue uniform. Unless I get painting and then I feel like the red is going to look better. But I will be making his Eskrima sticks And I have a bike for him as well. Nightwing needs a bike, kind of like the Injustice game if you've played it. That's a pretty cool looking character. But see the chest emblem? That goes all the way, and then there's something that's connected, but it flows into the shoulder. So I like that look. I don't think I'm going to be able to recreate that on mine. Here's some of that's your classic, Nightwing outfit. Here's one not so classic. So that's going to be closer to, not same in design, that's not what I'm saying, but it's closer to what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do something along the shoulders and arms. I may give him some armor or sculpt some armor on there. I haven't really decided what I'm going to go with, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, I need something to tie it in. You see how this figure, even though, I mean, it looks good, but it's not something that I would go out and like, oh yeah, I want that figure, but it connects. It ties it in. So the designer did a pretty good job. That's pretty effeminate looking. We don't need to do an effeminate looking Nightwing. He's a ladies' man. Here's another one. So again, that one extends all the way, and there's a tie-in on the shoulder, and you see how this is going down with the blue, kind of like that. So what do you guys think? Let me know. Start writing in. Let's have a point counterpoint. I want to see what you guys say in the comments. Here's another figure I haven't seen. I don't really care much for that one. Head sculpt almost looks more like not a Dick Grayson. It looks more like not a Jason Todd. What's the other guy's name? He's the third one, not Damon Wayne. Who? Tim who? My daughter knows the name. It is Tim. I think it's Tim something. I'm sure you guys are writing it down in the comments right now. I'm just not looking at the comments right now. Or I can't see the comments right now, I should say. Drake. Timothy Drake. Yeah. Into me snob. Into me snob? Am I pronouncing that right? Got it. Thanks for the assist. So this is here, I'll show it in a second, but that's a Nightwing that they produced. That's a Nightwing head sculpt. But that's what I'm kind of faced with right there, because the emblem doesn't extend all the way through. Anything else that catches your eye? Obviously, this is like classic. But I don't really, I mean, it looks kind of cool, but that's not the way I'm going. Here's another one. And I haven't really looked at other people's customs. It's a sweet looking one. I like how that black, like that glossy black look. So I was thinking about doing some glossy black and some matte black on the figure, because, when otherwise it's just going to be a lot of black. Here's another one. This one ties in like perfectly. Almost like a Mesco style Nightwing. Probably from the cartoon. How come I haven't ran into that? Oh, that's somebody's custom. Nice job on that. That's an older body. That's pretty sweet. Did a great paint job on that. Super clean. Who's this guy? A Customs. Nice job, A Customs. I'm thinking also of doing something like that with a Batman type of gauntlet. I do have some of those. As a matter of fact, I just picked up a couple of Batman figures at Ross for fodder parts. There's the Icons Batman. Excuse me, Nightwing. That also looks pretty darn good. Okay, so there's all those Nightwing figures. Now I just got to figure out what I'm. Here's the head sculpt. I think is this the head sculpt? Yep, there's the head sculpt right there. What figure is that? DC Collectibles. It's a DC Collectibles. I don't know too much about DC, the DC figures. There's another effeminate Nightwing. What's up with that? So which figure is this, by the way? Do you guys know? Is that from, see, that's the type of Eskrima stick I kind of want to make. I think that's from Injustice. Is that from Injustice? I really don't know. All right, let me go back up here and get to your comments. Arkham City, Master Bat. So that's the Arkham City figure. So that's the head cast that I'm using right there. So I'm assuming that Arkham City figure is going to be larger because I remember having a Batman from that line, or a couple Batman from that line that were just humongous. You know, Batman in my mind is, I think he's like 6'2", and this figure was like 7 inches tall. All right, let me see the oh yeah, missed a ton of them. Where are we at? Thanks, dude. It was almost a stencil. Then I used well, you'll see it on the video because I did show it myself doing on the video. All right. Where are we at in the comments? And sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up where I last left off. Thanks, Master Bat. Appreciate you hopping on here. So Kicktoy's been working on 12-inch customs. Hey, you know what? Don't worry about the quality. The quality will get better as you go on. If we have time at the end, because I do want to get to some of these unboxings after this, I'll show you where some of the figures that I started. Or maybe I'll just shoot a video because I think it'll be encouraging to you. You should see my first customs. They're not very good. But what I can say is that it's been improving with practice. The kit bashing, I'm able to do more now than I was able to. And the painting, you'll get better at it, but you really got to do some studying. I still got a long way to go. I don't understand colors yet. I don't know what complementary colors go with what. I mean, I know some of the basics, but some people are able to go, oh yeah, if I added green here, it'll make this yellow brighter out, you know, stuff like that. It comes with experience. A lot of you, if you guys are interested in customizing, you should really, especially picking up painting and you know, techniques to use. Watch a lot of the miniature painters, the guys that do Warhammer and stuff like that. They have a ton of videos on YouTube. Those guys do a really good job of educating their community on how to do things. So I've picked up a lot of stuff from there, like how to paint leather, how to paint teeth, how to paint eyes. So Kicktoy, I'll have to take a look at that link after if that link was for me. Let me see. Thanks, Prince. Regarding the cap. All right, so Drake, yeah, okay, now I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there. You think this looks like Hal Jordan? I mean, I can somewhat see it, but when you see the mask, it's a pretty dead giveaway that it's going to be, you know, some sort of Robin. So the Young Justice version. Okay, so that I will take a look at that. I don't know anybody that makes soft goods for 12-inch Legends, but I imagine any of, like, go check out Harper Customs on Instagram, and he does take commissions. So if you're needing something for those 12-inch Legends, I'm sure he can. If, you know, depending, he'll give you a price. So you just got to figure out if that's something you want to do. Thanks Thank you, Solo Hunter. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Ace Outlaw Customs points out that those people that are using um, miniature paintings now, a lot of them will do airbrushing too. They airbrush and hand paint, and they're working in a much smaller scale than this. And you should be able to see the type of results that these guys get. They get amazing results. The smaller the figure, it's harder because you have to be very precise. The opposite is true. When it's bigger, you can see the mistakes, right? That's the trade-off. But when it's smaller, you have to be really, really precise, and they're able to do some amazing stuff. But then you got your 1/6 scale painters, kind of like Rob's Creature House, who does his paint is off the hook good. And I mean, he makes eyeballs look like real eyeballs. Go check out his Instagram page and just start scrolling through some of the stuff he paints. Just unbelievable. So you got different techniques being used by these folks. You can pick up. I've watched some 1/6 scale painters that share tips. They just typically don't. A lot of them don't, or they'll have a Patreon. Like all this stuff that I do, obviously for you guys, is free. I'm not making money on this. It's one of the reasons probably I'm just thinking about if I was making money, would I give all of my secrets away? You know, I would. I don't know. I don't know. But because I don't, anything I pick up, I like to put down because I want people like me. They just want to make figures, the Marvel Legends or DC figures better, add better articulation, add better paint, etc., etc. Fix a broken joint without having to go buy a new figure. I want you guys to be able to do the same thing as me. And fortunately for me, I've spent a lot of time picking stuff up on the interwebs. But that's mainly where I've learned. But I've learned that I personally learned better on watching a video. Like Action Figure Toronto, he's a guy that he's at the top of the game. He is very skilled. He can just about do whatever, just about anything, right? He's at a very high level and he puts it out. But I have trouble learning from directions that are written down, even from pictures. So I learn better from video, which is why I do it. And hopefully as I get better, then my techniques will improve and then I'll be able to pass on those too. Up to you, Infinity. You do what whatever you want to do. If that's something you'd like to do, by all means, go for it. That head, I think I got that head sculpt from the Casting Cave, but I've recently seen it on eBay. So you can find that head sculpt, the Captain head sculpt, on eBay. Yeah, see, Jessam, just going to be very pricey. Understand he's in Canada, so I mean his stuff is very well done, but you're also paying that shipping price, which is very high. A guy like Scotticus Customs also, he's in England. You're paying extra. So somebody like Harker Customs, he's in the United States. He does a pretty good job. I'd give him a try first. Harker Customs with an H. Well, they can't be mutually exclusive if the technique that you're using is unique and you've developed it, and it makes your your eyeballs look better, better than your competition. Then you're showing other people how to do it. You're showing competitors how you're doing it. The people at large, you're showing them how to do it instead of them buying it from you. But then the biggest deal is time. The time that it takes to show you how to do stuff here time is money, right? So for them, showing techniques and filming is probably not worth it for them, especially since they're making money on it. And a lot of it is, like, a lot of the techniques that I'm doing on camera are the very basic ones. It's very difficult to paint eyeballs on camera. Like the other day I had, I think I may have had, it's actually my youngest daughter. I was painting something through a magnifying, just something smaller that my eyes needed assistance. So she was filming it for me because I couldn't get it and film it at the same time. I just couldn't do it. So all that setup and time, I think that turns money. So in that sense, I see it as being mutually exclusive. But I get what you're saying too. It's like, oh, you can still, but why would they? That's the thing. Like, what would their motivation be? And some of them do. Action Figure Toronto, for example, but he doesn't make money, so I take that back. He doesn't take commissions. Well, that's true. And be surprised, honestly. You asked my family, asked my wife if she ever thought I would be making custom figures when we've known each other for a really long time. I was an athlete. I was into sports, not into painting, never took an art class. And I think what I do can be taught. I've just spent a lot of time. Is like, it depends on your personality. Maybe we should be having this conversation face to face. It really it depends on your personality. Like for me, when I get into something, I go nuts. I want to learn everything about it. I just, obviously I don't have the skills to do certain things like cloth goods. I've made some cloth goods. Sewing is not easy, but I guarantee you, if I put my mind to it and to learn and to pick up the stitch work and having the right equipment, which is a lot of it too, I think my soft goods, I can get to a point where I don't need to pay anybody for this type of soft goods that I'm making. Like even Action Figure Toronto collaborated with CJSM to make some soft goods for that rum character. I forget some pirate that he did that looked incredible. But all the stuff that I'm doing here is like something as simple as having the right type of Dremel. When I first started, I went to what's that hardware store that sells really cheap stuff? What's up, A. Reyes? Really cheap stuff. Harbor Freight. I paid $10 for a Dremel, and like $10, dude. So it took me forever to even do a little, like shave the inside of a head. And imagine going through a body. And it was just simply because I didn't want to spend, $60 on a Dremel or whatever it was. So I go and I end up getting myself a Dremel, and it's 9-day. It's so much, my work is faster, it's much more enjoyable. I'm able to do so much more with having a Dremel. And that's just the thing. So hopefully when you guys are seeing and people are picking up, because not everybody, some people just like to see the process. I myself like to see other people, like Craig Warwick. He'll put out stuff occasionally on his YouTube channel. I just like to watch what he does. I've picked up a lot of things from him. He's probably my favorite customizer right now. And I know it doesn't translate. Not something that what he does I may not be able to do, but just the fact that I'm able to see it, I won't know if I can do it unless I end up trying. A lot of people that have been watching this channel for the last year or so, watching me doing customs. If you guys want to do customs, get after it. Just pick one figure and have a plan of what you're going to do. So if it's just going to be a repaint and you're going to repaint a face, watch how to paint faces on YouTube. Find videos that are out there. The Citadel guys put out a ton of stuff. If you're gonna break up, you need to like kit bash, go find videos on kit bash and find people, find somebody. Some people, like I've messaged people on Instagram because I liked some sort of result. They haven't even gotten back to me because either they've just chosen not to interact with people, which is cool. It's their prerogative. But some people, I get tons of questions on a weekly basis sent to me, and I'm a small, I have a little small social media here, very small compared to some of these guys, right? So if I had 100,000 subscribers asking me questions, there would be impossible for me to keep up with stuff. What I would probably do, if that was me at some point, I would see a pattern of all these questions coming in, how to do a certain thing, and then I would put out a video, and that would be the way I would, get back after. But some of these guys that are, have smaller social, they just decide not to answer back for whatever reason. It's just not them. But someone like me, some of these other folks that are willing to exchange ideas and give advice, take advantage of it. But you have to get after it, right? To do it, or otherwise you'll never do it. You'll just be watching. All right, enough on that. So, can we talk about Nightwing? What do you guys think I should do? Any good ideas? As far as like connecting this here, obviously I'm gonna have this area right here because of the way that this works. I couldn't really extend this symbol here into that. Okay, I'll check that link for sure. I appreciate that, Kicktoy. And then that being said, as far as the shoulder and then maybe running something down the arm, what do I do back here? I feel like this needs something too. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm heading to. That's my thought, just to make my own version. N2 Me Snob says that. But I also want your ideas. If you guys, if you think of something later, just drop it in the comments on the video. But I feel like there needs to be something back here too. And since I sculpted here, I don't know. Well, exactly, right? It's too thin. So it may just be color. I may have to, maybe I'll do some sort of two-toneness, a two-tone, some blue and black here. But I could definitely do like a V, like for a bird, like the old school one, and just make it look like a triangle here. V. That would expand when he's out like that. Or I may just go black and then do different tones of black back here. Or I may have to, well, Nightwing typically doesn't have, like when you look at the comics, and I prefer the comics to anything else. I don't see Nightwing with a bunch of stuff on him. What's up, Clutch? So Kikto says you'd ruin your emblem, but you could slope it down at the wing points to match the chest and continue the line around in paint. So from here, yeah, I would almost want it bigger if I did that too. You know how long that took me to do? It took me so long, man. It took me a ton of time. Or maybe just simple is best. Maybe it's just painting the symbol, having the symbol painted blue, the blue up here, obviously the face painted, and then black, and maybe the gloves, some of it blue. Maybe like a line down here, like I've seen them, and just keep it super simple. Kicktoy kind of agrees with N2. Sandman, what's up, dude? All right, since the ideas aren't coming in, let me just cast this aside for now, and let's open some stuff. And then I'll end with the box opening. Let me just put these aside because I'm going to need some stuff. All right, so let me open something up that I have to do. These are actually going to be Christmas gifts. That's a good idea, Kicktoy. So how many of you are into Transformers? So this is actually what got me into collecting in the first place, Transformers. Super into Transformers. This is one of my favorite companies that makes Transformers, Fans Toys. Fans Toys! Shout out to the Shattered Cast crew. Let me get this out of the box. And I'm not going to be doing any sort of transformation or anything like that, but these are higher end Transformers. Let me see if I can do this on camera. Roberto Rojas in the house. Some people are not into Transformers, but you'll see why I like them in a second. And this isn't even the one that I'm most excited about. All right, so let me just, they all come with instructions. So Transformers, I'm not into the movie, by the way. This is like cartoon. These Transformers are going to be based on the cartoon. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not going to be transforming them on camera. So I'll just show you. Come in face down. He's a big dude. This is Springer. This is their version of Springer. It's super heavy, super heavy. But, I mean, this thing has an amazing paint job. I just wanted to make sure that there was nothing broken because this is going to go under the Christmas tree. Yeah, G1 Transformers. Yeah, I don't do the movies at all. So this is Springer. This is a character that came out in the 1986 cartoon movie. The one that we saw Optimus Prime die. So he went in head first. So there he is. I'll have to mess around with him later. Everything looks intact. This company is at the top of it's called the Third Party game. Third Party. I know I probably opened him wrong. He's probably should have been like that. That's how he should have came. That's how I should have opened it. My bad. All right, let me get this sword back in there. So this guy actually transforms into, he's got two vehicle modes. He has a helicopter mode and some sort of Cybertronian vehicle mode. If T-Man ever watches this, he's going to be very disappointed. He wants all the Transformers transformed on camera. For that, go watch his channel. The next guy, also from that movie, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget his name. This guy's name is Scourge. No, not Scourge. Oh gosh. The names is evading me right now, but Fans Toys is calling him Quietus. It's not clear who becomes this guy when Thundercracker or Skywarp or whatever die in the movie. Spoiler, sorry if you were going to go watch it. Came out in 1986, so I think I should be good. Cyclonus, thank you. Knight of Ren for the save. Cyclonus. The movie's okay. It's actually, you know, it's pretty well done if you think it's from 1986. So this is a character that came out then. And if you're into the comic books, what's up, dude? Curtis, good to see you on here with one of your many names. Hold on a second, players. Make sure I don't slice into a box because this is my Christmas gift right here. After this, I'm going to have one of my daughters wrap it up. Put it under the tree. The Micronauts? I don't know if I remember the Micronauts. All right. Now this thing, I've seen reviews. This other one, people weren't like super crazy about, but this one right here, everybody's been crazy about. And if the reason I got that Springer is because Nate Simmons and T-Man 978 told me that I should get him, so I got him. But I wasn't going to get him. But they recommended it, so I did. Now this one right here, everyone, I haven't heard one person complain. Haven't heard one person complain about this. All of a sudden, I just have a visitor. What's up? Can I assist you? Oh, okay. So I'm live on YouTube right now. Peace. Bye. Oh yeah, look at this thing. Look at that. Holy smokes. Look at that. I mean, the paint job on this thing is unbelievable. That's a beautiful color. Comes with a Target Master, or is that a Target Master, guys? I didn't watch Transformers after the movie because my father didn't take me to go see that movie. He didn't want to watch a cartoon. But I stopped watching Transformers. Oh my gosh, this thing is absolutely beautiful. Look at that, guys. This is what got me into... ¡Ay, se me cayó, coño! Let me put that away before I break it. These things are expensive too. But here, I'm going to give you a little secret. For those of you that like to buy Transformers or into Transformers, I think the people that typically watch my channel are not watching for Transformers, but in the event, I know there's a few of you that you do. I bought this on eBay. Now, this thing typically costs like $150 and higher. I think that maybe even higher. So I know that if I'm gonna get something, I'll wait until eBay has, I got the Fans Toys one, Night of Run. Let me show you. I'll bring it back up here. That's the Springer I got right there. Apache. So third-party companies, they're not companies that are licensed by Transformers to make their product, but they're in China, so they don't care. But they make their own original sculpt. It's not a KO of something that Takara is making or anything like that. Get in there, girl. Doesn't want to go in. Try this side then. Those are the instructions that I won't need until later. Come on. The struggle's real, people. Oh, that's why. I just realized why it wasn't going in. Man, that was harder than I thought. That's what she said. So I wait until, I can't believe I remembered that, but I wait until, oh, for crying out loud, I forgot to put that in. Until eBay has a 20% off coupon. And then that's when I buy. So I actually paid $110 for Quietus. Oh, Sandman Juggernaut, you're going to have to wait until I put out that video. I will not be showing him until the big reveal. But I have taken some pictures and put it out on the Instagram, some work in progress photographs. So if you want to check that out, by all means. Pretty awesome looking Transformers. And I've been going for about an hour. I'll go for another 10 minutes or so and then we'll kill it. And then I got into DC figures. I got into DC figures and check out this guy. Hello, more. It's Life with Brock, folks. Go ahead, have at it. 5 more minutes. How about 5 more minutes? I just gotta. Oh, I'm getting the death stare. The death stare. Uh-oh. We do have people coming over. And by people, we mean family.
Who may want to eat at the kitchen table, a.k.a. the workbench.
Who may want to eat at the kitchen table, a.k.a. the workbench. You see that? Okay, guys, that's my time to go. I will show you these on another day. I got this right here. Some old school DC. I'm being very picky on the DC figures that I'm getting. We'll talk about it another time. And I did score this one. All of this is going under the Christmas tree. There will be no surprises for Brock this year, but I'm okay with that. All right, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.